What's up, guys? Your boy Monty G here from Monty's Universe, and I usually get a chance to do the predictions, but I don't always get a chance to share my thoughts and give a recap of a lot of these shows that I have been predicting as of late. So today we're gonna get down right into it. Let's go ahead and get into Money in the Bank. I gave my predictions. I told you guys what I thought would happen. So let's get into what actually happened here. Starting with the women's Money in the Bank match. And just to go, it's really hard to go spot by spot on a lot of these, especially in these Money in the Bank matches, because a lot of times they're just absolute chaos. But this was an insane match to me, and it had the best and worst elements of this type of match, in my opinion. It was so unpredictable, so it felt like a roller coaster, and I think that's a great element to have in a Money in the Bank match. But it was also sloppy at moments. But I also thought, and weirdly enough, maybe I'm the only one who thought this, but some of the sloppy stuff, like the thing that we see on social media with Shotzi and a lot of people really giving her a hard time, some of those spots, I ended up being worried about her health or their health if they were in the situation, like the spot with Alexa Bliss and running up the ladder and slipping, like a couple of those spots. I ended up just being more worried about her health in the end of them. So it didn't really take away from me, even though it was sloppy. It didn't take away from the believability of the risk that I thought the ladies were taking here. And speaking, for example, it also meshed kind of well with the match. I mean, the spots in the match that went well. The spots that weren't botches, like her missing her Shotzi missing her senton and landing basically head first, back of her head on a ladder, and it just looked so brutal to me. So again, I think I was worried about her health then, so it kind of added to that unpredictable feeling to me. And I'm not saying if the spots didn't go as planned, that it ended up being better if they did go as planned. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that even though things didn't go well, I don't think it took away too much from the end result. The crowd loved it, and I thought that finish with Liv and the way she kind of balanced the ladder, I thought that was just well executed. It was perfectly executed. So I really, really liked that match. And Liv Morgan getting the moment, finally, overcoming all the odds and winning at the end by getting rid of Becky of all people. My pick, and not even just to mention my pick, but we know what besting Becky in that situation means for her, or what it could mean for her going forward. So this was just awesome stuff. WWE usually does not give the fans what they want, so to see that, I was definitely pleasantly surprised and happy for Liv Morgan to be the new Miss Money in the Bank. Next, we had Theory versus Lashley. And you know what? Let's just go right into it. This match was really good to me. Bobby felt like such a badass. That Vegas crowd were really behind him. And I love to see that. Thinking about how dominant he was as a heel when he was WWE champion. To see him now so popular and so loved, it seems, wherever they're going. It's just an awesome thing for someone like Bobby, who's just been the model of consistency and awesome for a long time. I'm happy that he's finally getting a very, very strong babyface run. And I thought Theory made Lashley look even better here. He pissed the crowd off because of doing things like laying down to avoid the spear, laying down in the fetal position at one point, like a baby. That was awesome. And Theory also had a reversal for everything, or a way to avoid. He was such a coward here, and I thought that just helped Lashley. So, like, for every move and every reversal that Lashley had, the crowd was all the way into it. So I thought this was great. Theory was a great heel here. Bobby looked like a superhuman, which is awesome. So 4 stars here, and again, I say 4 stars, but I don't like really doing the star rating. But I'm going to go ahead and just be like, this was really, really good. This was excellent stuff. I had no problem with that here. Mella versus Bianca. This match started off pretty much like it was going to be a Bianca display, because she just kind of hit all the spots that we love Bianca for throughout the beginning there. But Mella started to finally show a little bit of craftiness to get an advantage, and start using the braid and all the other slick heel tactics that you can do to try to get an upper hand on Bianca. But obviously, I I did say it started off like that, but it really did kind of end up as a showcase for Bianca because there was no point in the match where I thought Mella actually looked like she had it won, even when she hit a super kick. So like I said in my predictions video, believing that she would win was a long shot. And then she had the nerve to get cocky. So she got hit with a KOD. I thought it was awesome. This was a good display of how great Bianca is at this point. And that attack after this match seems to probably be continuing this, which I don't necessarily have a problem with it, especially if Rhea Ripley is probably still going to be sidelined for a little bit. So this was good stuff by both ladies. The Usos versus the Street Profits. This was excellent, man. The Bloodline dominated at the beginning, isolated both Profits for extended periods of time. You know, it was times where Tez was alone. It was also times where Angelo had to fight alone. And I thought that was just so smart, again, with the psychology of the Usos being the more together, the stronger team. And I thought that was there. And Tez, we all talk about it. Tez has the tools to be a top single star. I think we all know that. People say it all the time. But Angelo has really improved, and he has that same potential. And I think it's just not as flashy as what Tez puts on display consistently, but you see flashes of it. You saw flashes of it in this match when the hot tag, when Dawkins finally received the hot tag, and the pace quickened. The Profits started to show out, man, and the reversals and false finishes, as we were winding down in this match, were just executed to a T perfectly. I could watch these guys go forever, man. This is one of the best tag team matches I've seen bell to bell. This is tag team wrestling at its finest. This is kind of like what the Bucks and the Lucha Bros do when they link up. I'm not trying to say that these matches were similar. I'm just saying when you just have perfect, symmetry, perfect chemistry all together. Everything works, to a T in my opinion. Even the little flawed finish at the end with Tez's shoulder being up, at first I thought was a mistake. But honestly, you can see they acknowledged it on camera after the match, so you can see they're possibly going to try to continue this and make them do this again. And with that type of, match that they had here at Money in the Bank, I think we're all down for that. So I really like this. I want them to fight forever. They had a fight forever chant. So I thought this was just perfect. It's close to perfect as far as tag team competition as you can get. The creepy vignette that a lot of people on the internet were, immediately started to talk about Bray Wyatt, and it just has so many references that a lot of people on the internet have already highlighted that tie back to Edge, like the gold medal for Kurt, or you have a lock or whatever for Cena I've seen. And, of course, they literally look like the same footage from back in the day of Edge walking around when he was in his early Brood days. I don't know if that was him or not, but it just really seems like it would be Edge, definitely. Closer, I'm leaning more towards Edge than I'm leaning towards where a lot of people on the internet were hoping when it comes to Bray Wyatt, because he was trending after that. But, we will see what happens. We'll see what comes from that. But I think the internet, as the days that went by, had seemed to get it right on the money with Edge. Natty versus Ronda Rousey. Let's get right into it. I love Natty's gear here. It was nice to see her wear something besides black and pink. She had a little pink in there, but it wasn't, just straight up, black and pink like usual. None of us believe Natty had a real shot of shocking the world here, but I really still thought this match was good. It had very, very solid to really good technical submission wrestling. And I really popped for Ronda when she did like a Shawn Michaels pose when she reversed, Natty's submission into the sharpshooter. She put the sharpshooter on Natty and did like a Shawn Michaels pose. Thought that was really, really good. But, the finish, the armbar finish, after multiple reversals and transitions, kind of came out of nowhere, but Natty made sure to do enough damage on Ronda's leg, and Ronda was selling it as if, she tweaked something. So after you're looking at the abrupt finish, it kind of made sense soon after, because Liv Morgan's music hit. She runs down, she shocks the world, becomes champion in a shocking exchange. I'm pretty sure by now everyone has either seen it or heard about it. And this was just a genuine feel-good moment for Liv Morgan and a lot of her fans and a lot of us who watched her grow over the years. And, as I said in my predictions, she was the most deserving. But I just wasn't sure that WWE would even care about that. So it was awesome that not only did they care about that and give her the win over the Money in the Bank, the same night they book her in a shocking defeat of Ronda Rousey. And this is what Money in the Bank is all about, man. This is like I said. Congrats to the new champion. I really don't know any other way to put it other than that. We will see what happens from this. I was worried that if you do book Liv Morgan as champion now, I was worried that she could end up like Nikki Ash. I'm hoping that after the public reception and all of the hard work she's given, that is not her fate. We will have to just watch and see. Last but not least, men's Money in the Bank. This match was so fun to watch. The crowd was on edge, and I think I was on the edge of my seat too. It was chaotic, but this is what Money in the Bank is all about. Like I said earlier, high stakes, and the spots are it's just impossible to actually give to do it justice and talk about everything that we saw here. And I thought everyone worked hard, and I think we could all appreciate like Riddle. Oh my goodness, Riddle looked like a freaking star here, and this was just awesome. It was an awesome night for everyone involved here in this Money in the Bank match. But soon as Theory was added to the match late after losing the title, and I immediately was like, okay, he's gonna win it, and I couldn't believe it. Like, and I want people to realize that Theory does have heat, but people are confusing some of that heat with because some of that heat is not just we hate this kid, he's playing a great heel character. Some of this heat is also heat of go away, we hate this kid. So I don't know if people are confusing that. He's obviously the future, whether you want to agree or not. And I really thought it was like 4 or 5 people in this match way more deserving than Austin Theory. But yes, he did end up prevailing and winning it all. And you could just hear the disappointment in the fans in the arena. And I thought I immediately went to social media the night of this show, and you can see the disappointment on social media. Also, Vince's chosen boy is literally the chosen boy here, and I felt bad for people like Seth. Felt bad for Sami Zayn, who worked hard. I even felt bad for Riddle because I thought he killed it. Drew McIntyre, a lot of guys in that particular situation that I thought were way more deserving. But the match was still an incredible ride to me, and I thought it was excellent work. Even the way Theory kind of spoiled it and won in the end was excellent. So I had no problem here. The crowd in Vegas were awesome. They added a feeling to every match on the card that really made it feel bigger. Just like I predicted going in, the builds usually in WWE lately have failed to hype us for these events, but the performers always show up and show out for our entertainment, and I'm always thankful for that. It was a lot of big moments here in this event. We'll never forget what happened with Liv Morgan. We'll never forget that classic tag match to me. And we'll never forget Theory shocking the world and being added to the match late and surprising us all. So, even if it did end on that sour note, I still give this show overall a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's a little bit late after the show, but I want to take my time and give a really, good, cohesive recap. And I'll continue to do more of these, soirees as I get more comfortable with posting stuff to YouTube. Anyway, this was fun. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff that would help out the channel so you can get more content like this. Adios, au revoir.